Hey guys, it's Doc, and today I'm going to talk to you about fall lawn care for your Bermuda grass and fertilizing, so hold on. Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about fall care and fertilizing for your Bermuda grass, but I'm going to give you some special tips. I'm going to teach you how to save a little bit of money and the variance of what I'm going to apply depending on the timing of this application. So it can be a little complicated, so I'm trying to keep it simple. So really when it comes to the fall, all you're trying to do is you're trying to prevent weeds for the winter time, and you're trying to get your grass healthy for its dormant period before we actually go into that dormant period. You're not really trying to push growth if you're only about a month away from your first frost. Sorry about the sun here. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is, I'm doing this a little bit early. This is like September 1st. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my treatment and what I'm going to do to my lawn, because I still have 2 months of a growing period here. I still have all of September and all of October where I'm going to have warm temperatures. I'm probably not going to have a frost, and I want my grass to look nice. So I'm not just fall treating, I'm actually treating for its current appearance. Does that make sense? So depending on when you're watching this video, that'll depend a lot on what you're going to do to your lawn. So if I'm early September, September 1st, I still want a nice lush green, fast growing Bermuda grass, so I'm going to put a little bit more nitrogen on the lawn. If I'm getting close to the frost period, let's say I'm into October, late September, maybe into October, then I'm not going to push the lawn with nitrogen. I'm going to give it things that it needs to be healthy. But there's a big problem when it comes to the cost of these fertilizers too. And let me explain that. Okay, so typically what they're going to have you do, or what they want you to do, is they want you to put on like a 5, 10, 30 fertilizer, but in the fall. But the problem with that is, if you go try and find that, number one, you're not going to be able to find it. It's hard to find. Number two, if you do find it, you're going to pay out the butt for it. If those bags, for a bag like this, it's going to be maybe $30 to $50 per bag of fertilizer, and honestly, it's just not worth it. You can accomplish sort of the same thing with some cheap fertilizer. And let me tell you what I do, since I have the world's greatest Bermuda grass lawn. What I do is I go to Lowe's or Home Depot and I go to the generic 10-10-10. So I've got generic 10-10-10 fertilizer here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this out on my lawn, just a 10-10-10, which is, you can find this for $10 or $11 a bag. Got that? $10 or $11 a bag versus $30 to $50 a bag for the specialty lawn fertilizers. What I'm also going to do is, because I'm in a period where I still want my grass to be really green, I'm going to go back over it with a little bit of a 20-00 spray fertilizer. So I've saved a ton of money with this. I can buy a bottle or two of this. This stuff is about $9 a bottle, and I can go back and I can add a higher nitrogen on this if I want this, if I'm still in a period where I want that grass to green up. So I'm going to do a light 10-10-10. I might set it on my spreader. I have an Easy Green, I think. I'll set it on a 2.5, maybe a 3, and put out a light coat of 10-10-10 all over the whole lawn. But immediately I'm going to go back, which I've already done. Immediately I'm going to spray my lawn with just a plain old 20-00. The next thing I'm going to do today, and this is a real important step for your fall Bermuda grass, you're going to want to start getting ready for winter weeds. And what that means is as the temperatures start to cool down, you're not in those stress conditions, the weeds are going to start to come up. And as your lawn goes dormant in the winter time, you're going to have more and more of those winter weeds starting to come up. Poa Annua in our area, in this area, is a huge problem. Huge. Poa Annua looks like a rye. It almost looks like a fescue. And this lawn, when we moved into this house, we bought this house a year ago or so, this lawn was overtaken with Poa Annua. And I will go in and do another video here in a couple of weeks showing you how to deal with those winter weeds, and if you have Poa Annua, what's going to kill it and what's safe for the lawn. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use a product. This is Spectracide Weed Stop for Lawns plus Crabgrass Preventer. So what does this have in this? This product has a PreEmergent inside of it. So that means that the little seeds that are sitting in your lawn ready to launch up, or that will be, this has a PreEmergent that'll stop those little seeds from growing up, those weeds from growing up, okay? So this has a PreEmergent plus an actual weed killer inside of it. This is a great time to do your first application. Again, this is about September, October, wherever you want, you can put this on. So if you have weeds, this is a fantastic product because it has the PreEmergent plus a weed killer in it. It says that it's 100% safe for lawns. I've used it once before. It is a good product and it's not that expensive. I think this is only about like $9 a bag, 10 bucks. I don't know what the price is, but I know I didn't get the shock when I bought it. But I'm gonna put this out now. This is September. I'm going to put this out now, and then I'm going to put it out again probably in about 3 months. Even though it says it lasts for 6, I'm going to do another coat. And when my grass is completely dormant, probably about November, December, I'm going to do another one of these. Probably about December, I'll do another treatment of that. When your grass is dormant, you don't do anything to it. It's asleep. You're not going to do anything. Now is the last chance for this. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll show you what I'm going to do again. I'm early, September 1st, so I'm going to put out a 10-10-10. Plus, I'm going to add some extra nitrogen with a 20-00 spray. These two together, that's about 20 bucks versus 30 to 50 bucks of one of a different brand. So that's about it for right now. That's your fall treatment. If you're later in the year, then just go with a 10-10-10. Don't push your grass growth as you get closer, but you are going to want to put out something with a PreEmergent in it for those winter weeds. And you may want to go back in December and do the same thing again. No fertilizer, just some PreEmergent. If you have weed killer, go ahead and kill the weeds. Well, let me go ahead and I'll start putting this stuff out. Hey guys, sorry about all the sunlight, but there's nothing I can do about it. So let me give you a couple tips about putting this stuff out. Number one, let's talk about the weed spreader, the Spectricide. When you have a PreEmergent granular and a weed killer at the same time, typically those granules are not as heavy and dense as a fertilizer is. Fertilizer is a lot more mineral based. So your spread path is going to be pretty narrow because it's the weight. Those particles are not really storing velocity or the energy of the spinner. So your spread path on your spreader is going to be about half of what it normally is with fertilizer. So keep that in mind. What I like to do, and it's a lot more work, but it's good exercise, fat boy needs it, put your spreader on half of what it says. So if it says that it requires a 4 spread, put it to 1.5 or 2. Do your whole lawn one way, and then come back and do it the other way. And that way you get a nice even distribution, mainly on your PreEmergent. Now I may even come back with a liquid PreEmergent later because this needs to get into the ground. That's where PreEmergent needs to be. It needs to be soaked into the ground. So I may come back in 2 months and do a PreEmergent with a liquid base. Even the liquid though still needs to be wet into the ground a little bit. Okay, the next thing is let's talk about how I use this spreader real quick. When I'm going near, since this has a weed killer in it, when I'm going near, a lot of these spreaders have edge guards. I hate the edge guards. But when I'm going near flower gardens and stuff, what I do is I point the spreader down so it's more of a direct path. It's spraying down. Most of the time, I'm holding my spreader as low as possible getting that spreader to spray up and get a wider path, okay? But when I get near flower gardens, I'm gonna tilt it down more. Be careful not to hit a bump and spill it. I'm gonna tilt it down and have it throw closer, and I'm gonna watch where it's going because I don't want it in my flower beds. And that's on my weed killer and PreEmergent. So again, I'm like this most of the time, way down low, spreading out. When I get near flower beds, I'm gonna turn it down like this and have it shoot more down rather than broadcasting so much. But anyways, guys, this is what I do to my Bermuda lawn, and my Bermuda lawn is really nice and thick and lush. So this is the fall, and it's almost early fall. You need to adapt where you are. If you're early fall, go ahead and put down a 10-10-10, or if you want to spend the money and get a 5-10-20 or 5-10-30, that's fine. You can do that. If it's early in the season and you want to darken up your grass and have it grow, then get extra nitrogen and spray nitrogen. Just get a 20-00 and spray over the top of that, and then you'll have nice green grass plus that fall treatment. As we get closer and closer, you really don't want to put down any fertilizer. They say about a month before the first freeze, and for us that's probably October. So now's the time to do it. The only thing, if you're watching this video, it's a little too late. Your Bermuda grass is either going dormant, is dormant, about to go dormant. The only thing you want to put down is you want to put down a general weed killer and a PreEmergent. Again, I'm going to do that in September, and I'm also going to do it probably in about 3 more months because I'm battling this Poa Annua back here, and I do not want to battle that Poa Annua again, because Poa Annua, when it gets really thick and covers up, will sort of push back the development of Bermuda grass. You talk to all the professional lawn companies, and they say, oh, it'll just die off. Well, guess when the Poa Annua is going to die off? The Poa Annua is going to die off when it gets hot, when it's like June or July, and I don't want to wait. So I'm trying to think. Revolver is what I use when your Bermuda is dormant in the wintertime. If you have to buy Revolver or something that says it's for nut grass, and if you get something like that, you can spray it on your lawn and kill that in Poa Annua. So I'll probably do a whole video on that Poa Annua, because I'm sure I'm going to have some patches come out here this year, and I'll go treat that Poa Annua, and I'll show you what I'm doing with it too. So that's it, guys. I hope this helped. A little way to save some money. Do it yourself. Again, for my entire yard, I'm buying 2 bags of the 10-10-10. That's $11 each. I'm buying 2 bottles of the spray, $10 each. So I got 10, 20, 30, 40, and then the weed stuff is probably about $40. If the spray company comes out, they're going to charge me for my lawn. They charge me $90 to spray, and all they're doing is putting down one thing. They're really and they're not good at spraying. So that's why I canceled my spray service. I do it myself now. I'm putting down all that material probably for less than I would for one application that they're going to do. Anyways, guys, Doc, how you do it? Hope this helped. Fall treatment, Bermuda grass, check in. I'm going to have a lot more videos coming up, and we're going to walk you through the spring, which is probably the most important time of the year for your Bermuda grass. Talk to you later.